DFCRadio.com.
Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. So
all right, welcome. 5 o'clock. The kitchen is open. I'm your friendly neighborhood hydroponic chef. You can listen to me in your kitchen. You can listen to me in your car on the freeway. You can download the app on dfzradio.com. Check us out. I'm going to be up in your ear for the next hour talking about cooking with cannabis and gardening and all things cannabis. So sit back and let's get lifted. Today in the studio, we got none other than Mike from Martha's Best Edibles. And then we've also got Rochelle with Stone Cold Sweets. So you guys can say hi. Don't get too into the because we're gonna make the listeners wait until we get into the interviews, because we always like to start off every show with a thank you to our sponsors. Thanks General Hydroponics and Botanicare, Sunlight, and the Hawthorne crew out there. All of the great DFZ Radio sponsors. And we got a good show for you today. We got a cooking demo. We're the only show offering edible reviews, cooking demos, recipes, gardening prizes, and we give Magical Butter Machine away to all you folks that call in. So you can call in 562-653-0707, ask a question about gardening, if you got a question about cooking with cannabis, or if you got a question for some of our awesome guests today. So, again, we got Martha's Best in the studio, along with Stone Cold Sweets. And don't forget about, I got our honorary co-host over here, like 3 weeks in a row, it feels like, Miss Stone Layla.
Yes, we love her.
And we'd also like to keep everyone up to date on the events going on. We've got a couple events to talk about coming up, and we'll review some events we've been to recently between the last show. So we see people calling in, 562-653-0707. Call boards lighten up. You will be on hold for a few while we conduct these interviews, and then we'll bring you on, ask your question, and get hooked up. So it's a good day. I'm feeling the weather. It's coming to be it's going to be fall now, and it doesn't change the temperature too much in SoCal, but it changes the vibe. You know, you can start to feel the days of summer are gone. It's time to start focusing on some of those home cooked meals, cooking with cannabis. It's almost harvest time, so a lot of extraction going out there in the gray market, and a lot of cooking with cannabis going on in that gray market. And we're here to help you guys break through it all. We like to start off the show every week with a little bit of news. And this one comes from the Blacklist XYZ on Instagram. They have an unnamed title to this. I mean, a unauthored name to this article. But I'm going to go through it because I think it shines a light on a common occurrence in the cannabis edible industry. And then the article's titled, "The Top 3 Reasons Why Cannabis Edibles That Are Infused Are Better Than the Ones Coated or Sprayed." Aside from the fact that sprayed edibles are outlawed in California, the most common, cheapest, and easiest way to get an edible product to the market is to simply spray it down and coat it with THC oil or CBD oil. They taste great, and they are cheap because the manufacturers of these products purchase the candies, gummies, in bulk quantities from companies that actually make great candies and gummies. The problem arises when the THC manufacturers or CBD infusers then coat or spray the edible with THC. These edibles do not compare in quality, efficiency, and shelf life to edibles products that include the active cannabinoid compounds in the actual mixture of ingredients. Here are a couple of the reasons why edibles that are actually infused are better than edibles that are just coated or sprayed. They go on to say, number one, edibles that are infused and actually infused from scratch will test more accurately than a product that is coated or sprayed. A CBD oil or THC product that is coated will not test as accurately and could spell disaster for a brand that's getting tested by a regulatory agency, or just if you're in the gray market and you really don't want to ruin someone, I would add to that. You know, it kind of gives an unreliable dosing. Number two, by infusing a cannabis or CBD edible, the active cannabinoid product has a much longer shelf life because it's much better protected from light and heat. Cannabinoids are sensitive to light and heat, and any prolonged exposure to the elements will surely result in the rapid breakdown of the compound. This means that your CBD or THC will be much less effective because it contains a significantly less amount of the active cannabinoids that they're paying the money for, you know? And then 3, edibles that are infused are more accurately dosed. This means the consumer can have a much better chance to get what they pay for rather than a cheap rendition meant to simply take advantage of the cannabis hype and profit margins. So consumers looking for the best infused edibles should always seek a reputable manufacturer or distributor of CBD or THC oil who can provide certificates of analysis proving the potency of the CBD or THC in the product. Simply buying a product that claims to be infused is not enough to ensure that you're getting what you pay for. Now, you can go check that out again at the Blacklist XYZ. There's some more to the article, and I think that was a good one to shine light on things, because you go to these cups, and Mike, I know you've been there. I've seen you at events too. We cruise these events together and run into each other all the time. And Rochelle, maybe you've seen this too. And Layla, I know you've caught this at the sessions where they just buy a Rice Krispie treat from Costco in bulk and just spray some CBD oil on it.
That's not making edibles.
So I like to do the little Jeff Foxworthy impression. So you might be a hack if you buy Famous Amos cookies and dose them and then repackage them. You might be a hack. You might be a hack if you go and you pick up a Texas cinnamon roll and spray it with some CBD spray. You might be a hack. So
I've seen
don't
it.
be a hack. You've seen it. I've seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
You know, and that's what we're here. We like to talk about those things. We bring it to the conversation, and that's what we start off the show with the news. And watch out for the sprayed edibles. And that's what we're going to ask you guys today. You know, do you source your own ingredients? How are you doing this? And we're going to put you both through the gauntlet a little bit. So, and if you got questions, you can call in 562-653-0707. We got to take a quick break. We're going to get medicated. I think we're going to get our medicated station going on. This is our first Wednesday on DFZ Radio, and we're looking forward to serving you guys up the best knowledge in cannabis-related news. DFZRadio.com.
Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. That's D. Got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, now roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk up in my cup. You can tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple drink mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no doubt in between, and we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene, and we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G, either Maserati blue or the Lambo green, and that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street. Either hating on you or they hating on me, and it's shaved up, raised up, drop it to the flow, got them blades to stay tough. And the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you can call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you can call it the trademark. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, apple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest, crank it on up. Down south, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up.
ST, DJ Dale, Big Bell, Killer P, Gino with the OE, it's the 80XT. 462 Mob.
DFZRadio.com.
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bringing the Riser Blast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9,
Okay, men, it's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement in your plant vigor and fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rhizoblast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
DFZRadio.com.
All right. Welcome back, DFZRadio.com. Hydroponic Chefs here on Farm to Table Cannabis. We got a full studio now. Chef Jen just walked in the building. That's her third consecutive episode too now. You guys are starting to become veterans to this DFZ radio shit. So we like to keep everyone up on upcoming events and stuff. We got 2 upcoming events to talk about this episode. And Jen, I mean, Chef Rudy is not here yet, so we might just need to. Can you do a read for us?
I can do a read.
She's got it. Can we get some cool music for Jen and a read? She's going to talk about an upcoming event that I'm going to be involved with. I'm honored to be paired up with a Cannabis Catered event. So take it away, Jen.
Our next event is called Chef Station Bites, and it is going to be Friday, September 28th. So that is next Friday at a private location in Bel Air, and it's from 7:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. And there's going to be 6 really awesome chefs. There's going to be Chef Rudy, myself. We have the Hydra Chef here, Left Hand Infusions, who's doing sushi, and we have Cannabis Supper Club and Chef JJ.
So it's going down. So
yeah,
Chef Jen's going to be cooking there. What are you cooking, Jen?
It's a surprise.
Oh, I like
Maybe
that.
I'll reveal it during the show.
You guys come.
I don't really
click
keep
on
secrets well.
click on the link in Canna Chef Jen's bio. You can click on the link in Chef Rudy's bio or the Hydroponic Chef's bio.
Yep.
Get tickets. It's a $30 event, and it's optionally cannabis infused. It's smoker friendly, and it's a good event to come to and check
It's
out.
going to be good music. Joseph Savage is
Joe Savage is DJing. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Don't forget about the Savage.
Absolutely.
So and music galore. Good eats and good people. So
Yeah.
Chef Jen's been in there, and then Layla, tell me about the dessert table that you somehow got in on there.
Funny you should ask. Listen up. I'm always involved in some way, but we are going to have some desserts from our sponsors as well as 2 additional desserts from me and Chef Susney. So those also will not be revealed.
until you get there. So you got to show up.
Until showtime.
So you don't know what you're getting, but
You don't know, but it's gonna be delicious.
but there's
I
gonna
can tell
be,
you that.
There's gonna be
That's
cannabis pairings and all. So check that out, and that's a Friday Night Bites.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with further delay, I want to introduce Mike from Martha's Best. Thanks so much for coming to the studio, Mike. This is your second time on the Farm to Table Cannabis Show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you've been doing
Nice
this for a
meeting
minute,
you, yeah.
man. It's always good seeing you out there. We always run into each other at events. That's the funny thing is
Yeah.
this guy's well traveled in the community, and the cool thing about it is you don't just infuse it like the way we were just talking about. You're not a spray dripper. You're not an infuser like that. You actually put some care in crafting your own edibles. So first, tell everybody the name of the company, and then what inspired you to go with this type of infusions.
So my name is Mike Villarreal, and I started Martha's Best about 2012. I had an issue with my son. He had a condition, which is like a autism type thing, and I just started making my own medicine. And then I had a little pharmacy that opened up down the street from my house, and they acquired my medicine, and I'm like, yeah, I make some. So it's been really grateful. I've been really grateful. This going through this,
So you've been able to use cannabis as a medicine to treat yourself,
Yeah.
treat your family, and I mean, it's more than just a getting high thing for you, because I mean this is a lifestyle, and I mean
Yeah.
I see you have so much passion when it comes to not just creating your own edibles, but what goes into the edibles.
Exactly.
So let's talk about some of the flavors, and then you're big into RSO too,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like that's a big passion because he's about
Yeah.
the healing. So let's get to the recreation first, and then we'll get to the healing. So
Exactly.
tell me about why these cereal style edibles, and what about this really screams like your style.
So actually, it was easily made. We went down to the store and we purchased the cereal products, and it was easy to put together. And my wife, and I got into this and started creating different products, and just the recreational aspect. People would actually hit me up all the time. Hey, worship, hey, how can I get this? I'm like, and then they would contact me to get the product.
Now, when you guys are making these aren't like we described. You're not spraying these. You're actually making butters, or
They're actually made from scratch. They're actually made from canna butter and canna oil. Everything's made from scratch. Flour, our brownies are actually made from scratch, from flour, all the sugar.
you're not just buying a box brownie mix. That's respect to that. Now,
Exactly.
I see some popcorns. Talk about your flavors. Pick one of these beautiful ones. If you
So
were talking
we-
about this Cold Stone one, man.
So the Cold Stone, we got it's called Strawberry Blonde. We just came out with this product. Cold Stone actually makes this and puts it in their ice cream, and we actually infused it with canna butter, and it's flying out the shelves. We can't even keep it. And then we have also the Simone's and Thin Mint cookie, Girl Scout cookie.
Ah.
We just came out with that, which is that's really taken off a lot too. It's selling just as good as the brownie, and that's what we're really noted for.
The brownie, huh?
Yeah, and we also have other products too, but that's
So tell us about Martha's Best in the name, because I mean, when I run into you, you don't look like a Martha.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah,
wife's not a
so-
Martha.
Yeah, so we got the Martha. It's crazy. We got the Marthas from back in the day. It was crazy. Like my wife, she's like an amazing woman. She, oh my gosh, she's like she can do anything. They
To
give
every
her something
good
to do.
edible chef, there's a good wife
and
behind
then,
them.
And then Martha Stewart. It was like she was very creative too. So we combined Martha Stewart with our stuff.
So just the love of home cooking and
yeah,
lifestyle
exactly.
and living, and that's cool. What would she say? That's a good thing. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. You got the brownies. You've got the cereal edibles. Now, do you do CBD variants or just THC?
Yeah, we can do anything that needed, like right. Yeah.
And you guys can take special orders through your Instagram
Exactly.
and shit like that?
Exactly.
That's unique. That's
And
good,
we're coming
man.
out with new stuff all the time. It's just it's very hard to keep up with the market, but as a small fish, I'm trying to keep up, and I'm doing a pretty good job.
Now, when it comes to medical medical facilities, is there anyone around that is stocking this, or is this something they got to find at the sesh?
Yeah, no, they can get a hold of me. They can DM me on Instagram, Martha's Best, medicinal edibles, and then we also have the tasty treats too, which are non-edible, no psychoactivity, anything to them too.
So those are just the not even CBD.
Exactly, just plain.
Plain. All right. So you're diversifying your offering. I dig that.
Yes.
Well, we've got a caller. Dare I take this caller, you guys? We never know what we're going to get.
Yes.
So maybe they have a question for Mike.
Awesome.
Maybe they just want to ask some gardening questions. All right, Anthony, thanks for calling in Farm to Table Cannabis. What'd it do?
Peace, peace. How are you guys feeling this evening?
Oh, lifted higher than most.
True indeed, true indeed. Well, I'm not going to say where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, because, a little problems or whatever, but I do have a question. I'm an outdoor grower, but I'm trying to switch to indoor because of the season, and I'm a total novice. And a couple of people on the ground, that follow you guys, led me in your direction and said that you would give me some straightforward answers, that most of the stuff that's in the books are just for, what those people have been doing, that may work for them, but it may not work for everyone. So I'm just trying to get, a good little, a couple of people that, that are trusted, and kind of average out.
That's what we do here for you. And you don't always take all the information we have and run with it. Double check it. Always look at everything. Because a lot of these things are people's personal preferences. But what we like to do is we like to stress the fundamentals here on DFC Radio, and between the Hydroponic Chef Farm to Table show and the DFC Heavy Tea Grow show, which comes on after this show, you can get a lot of good tips and recommendations when it comes to gardening. So when it comes to being a novice and listening to everything that you read, that can get you in trouble sometimes, because a lot of that stuff written on the internet isn't monitored. There's not an admin going through and making sure that information checks out. But if you were wanted to get into something specific, I can get into that. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you right now, it all comes down to three things: environmental, genetics, and your recipe for food most of the time. So
True indeed. I'm pretty good on the genetics and everything. I do Canna farming, a little bit, and
shitting in a bucket and shit.
I'm
just playing, man. But you open yourself up when you say that.
I don't do the shit.
I dig it.
The worst thing I don't. That's the only thing that I don't do, because I don't like. You like poop on my food.
You feel me? Yeah. Shout out to Anthony for not wanting feces on his fucking produce.
Yeah, So the thing that I use from there, I do the flower ferments and the fruit ferments and the fish amino acid ferments.
Some kashi and shit.
And and the calciums and all that. That's pretty cool. But everything. Dealing with the poop, I ain't studying it.
Yeah. So with the KNF, it's a utilized technique. A lot of people are liking it right now. People are getting into sustainability, and we dig that. We dig that grow method, and it's I'll take a word from the Heavy Tea show, and it's it's 1,000 different ways to skin a cat. I'm not going to knock a 100% organic way of doing things, but I do think that there's a way to achieve maximum yield and maximum quality with a hybrid technique, when that's utilizing the best of both worlds, synthetics and organics.
Yeah, that's what I was about to actually say, because it's not good, to do it every time, because you're using ferments, and that's like mostly sugar, but the plant is already producing sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's something that you should use probably like every other feeding,
Yeah.
Or, every
maybe once every other time. Now, Mike's got some experience when it comes to growing organically. And Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, you source your own ingredients or you grow your own ingredients?
Yeah, I source my own ingredients.
You grow your own?
Yeah, I grow my own.
So, Mike,
I forage.
Now, you're familiar with the vermicrop product,
exactly.
But you didn't just use that dry amendment. You would hit it with some other supplements. If you feel like it, go ahead and tell them what
you can even top it off with some the alfalfa seed on top will actually create resins on the plant loves that. As long as you don't
got that tricantanol in there.
Yeah, as long as you don't just leave it on top, it'll cake up a little bit. If you want to mix it in your soil like that and make sure it don't cake up, and then water that in, Water it, a couple of days. And
now talk about some of the liquid fertilizers that you would add to your dry fertilizer. I usually go with a grow more, something little organic, but I'm right now I'm on the fire, vermifier. I use the soil on that. There you go. So if you're using a high quality soil to start with, Anthony, then you're going to have to use less amendments, and you can rely a little bit more on the substrate. Now, all this feeding to the plant only does so good. If we're not focusing on building a heavy microbial life in the root zone, it's not really going to break down that organic nutrients effectively. So teas are your friend. Microbial teas are your friend right now. Vermicrop also makes a vermi tea, and you can brew some of that at home. And in addition to that, a good beneficial bacteria to sprinkle on there. I know the folks over there at Great White and Extreme, and I could go down the list of a lot of reputable. Michael Jordan, all of them. So there's a lot of good products out there you can sprinkle into your root zone that'll also help with the breaking down of that organic material, and it also help break down with that synthetic material and make it more readily available. But the thing is, if you're going to be using heavy phosphoruses and potassiums and things like that, it's going to break down the population of your microbials. So organic is good in the beginning, maybe more synthetics towards the end. That's the way I've always done it, because you can pump harder towards the middle and towards the end of bloom if you've built a good foundation of organics. So that's my hybrid theory. Also, if you're going to just start with a hybrid product, Flora Nova. That's a great bottled nutrient that is synthetic and organic in the same bottle.
Flora Nova.
By our good sponsors, General Hydroponics.
Okay.
So thanks for calling in, Anthony, and I'm going to hook you up right now, brother, with the Flora Nova just for calling, dude. How about that?
Word. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We got a leader of the Flora Nova grow coming your way just for listening to Farm to Table Cannabis and calling in.
That's right.
This is our first Wednesday show, man. What do you think about doing Wednesdays? Does it work for you?
Yeah, Wednesdays is what's up, man. Get over that hump, yo. A nice blunt. I'm old school, so I still blaze blunts. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Who's hooking you up every Wednesday night with the best cooking knowledge and grow knowledge?
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. You guys stay lifted.
That's right, man. We're going to get your info. You can send it to my DM, and we'll send you that bottle of nutrients.
All right, bless up.
Thank you.
We have to call it What's Up Wednesdays.
Yeah, right. So,
peace.
Thank you. Mike, so yeah, man, you're doing your own gardening. You're sourcing your own ingredients. That's reputable for somebody who's making their own edibles. Not a lot of people are doing that anymore. So the unique situation is you can control the quality that's going into your products.
Exactly.
So butters, that's mainly what you infuse with?
Yeah, and the things we use oil in is brownies and a couple other things like cakes and stuff, wedding cakes and stuff that we make. We actually are, into the wedding industry too, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a nonstop, the quinceañeras, and that's why we're
getting fucked up in the quinceañeras and shit. Oh, fuck! You killing it.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that 15 years old?
I'm not sure, but we want to stay medicating responsibly. We definitely don't condone cannabis.
So that would be non-medicated, of course.
I get what you're saying, though. But that was sick how you led right into that.
Yeah.
I missed that.
So we go down even little kids all the way up to the big kids.
Yeah, you got everyone covered. And you got the suckers there. Tell me about these next.
So these suckers are like 400 milligram keef suckers. Wow. And they're just made actually from scratch. We can actually give one.
Let's ruin her now. Yeah, she's like, let me get that.
So
look at that was Jen. Jen's got to eat it now.
Yeah, do it.
So
she'll be fucked up by the end of the studio.
She'll be high stepping, as they say.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah.
So and then you garden your own, you grow your own, you make your own edibles.
Manufacturing, yeah.
So, dude, you're killing it, and we appreciate you coming on the show
I'm
today.
so blessed.
Man.
Thank you very much.
When you're making your own butters at home, what's your technique? Are you just
Martha's got her secrets.
Oh, that's why we don't taste it in there, huh?
So Martha's got her secret. Actually, what the secret is just the butter. It's actually made by hand, and it's made on a either weekly or monthly basis, depending on how fast we can go through the product. It's totally blessed to do this, man. This is like, there are so many companies out there that are doing this, and like you said, spraying on. You got to really research your product and putting it in little foam containers and plastic containers and fastening it together and going to these sessions. That's a big thing, man. That's a big thing. People, you got to be really careful what you're consuming. You don't actually know what you're consuming. I back my product 100%. All my product is tested. It's tested monthly because it all changes. Strains change, just like humans change. I mean, everything changes. Everything changes with time. So we got to keep our testing up
to the standards.
And the way to keep that up is have it tested once a month, and that includes the butter and the product. Actually, the bag is what you're actually paying for. It's a gift of love inside. That's the way I say it.
There you go.
So I'm just blessed to do this, and like I said, there's so many companies out there doing it, and I actually do this from my heart. So,
and that's what we like to put a spotlight on, that doing good things, gardening your own, and you can learn more about that at Martha's Best Edibles on Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can check them out and get your own custom order made. We're going to take a commercial break. We got to pay some bills, play some music, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk to Stone Cold Treats. We're going to keep it edible, keep it munchies. DFZ Radio, Farm to Table Cannabis.
If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. My blunt got a cold cut, Steve Harvey. I catch the buds with my glove, Steve Garvey. Quick to roll in the club, cause we party. They asking where the bomb at, cause everybody in the club smell that. It's breeze, get loaded TV, smoke about a pound every day of the week. Roll so fast you didn't see him coming your way. Turned around and there was a blunt up in your face. You must have thought that I was finished. The breeze is never stingy with the spinach. Rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
I love the stickiest weed, cause I'm a Cali baby. Started from that chocolate tie from them early 80s. Now it's OG, a perfect mix with my OE. The shot of lean had a G moving slowly. Apparently, you ain't never smoked like me. Load these switches up like they was magazines. I got some bad bitches rolling up blunts for me. Hop in the rotation, true story you can see. Even your bitch eyeballing wanna hit the tree. Smoking on weed, living life with my homie Breeze. I got that green thumb, I grow my own fucking weed. And if I got some problems, I'm hitting heavy tea.
Rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
DFZRadio.com.
What up, people? It's your girl Justina Valentine, and I'm rocking out with the Saint 562. Let's go.
Hi, and welcome to Non-Specific Hydro.
Yeah, hey, I have a buddy of mine that was telling me about a great additive.
Okay, do you remember the name?
Yeah, his name's Steve. He's a good buddy.
No, the product.
No, he told me it was a super concentrated organic enhancer. Comes in a yellow bottle.
Well, it sounds like he's talking about Floralicious Plus from General Hydroponics.
I don't think that was the name, but he also told me it was a vegan bioplant stimulator that contained vitamins, plant sugars, amino acids, seaweed extract.
Yeah, that would be General Hydroponics Floralicious Plus.
I don't think that's it, man. He told me it was something like Dora Vicious Flush or something, and he said it was like an organic supplement that could also be used in vegging or flowering, and that was compatible with hydro soil and cocoa.
Yes, that would be General Hydroponics Floralicious Plus.
Oh, hey, man. I just remembered what it's called. It's Floralicious Plus.
Oh, good. I was drawing a blank.
Floralicious Plus from General Hydroponics. Ask for it by name.
DFCRadio.com.
Yeah. Naps. Knock off. What up, Saint? And we hustle. Hustle hard. Team ADX Anthem. Hey, what these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never getting lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man, we get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back.
All right, we're back. DFZ Radio. We had a little smoke break. This fucking studio is packed now while you were out. Chef Rudy's in the building now. What's rootin' and tootin', Chef Rudy?
Man, you know, fucking traffic coming over here on the from Fontana, bro. You know, just hit the mad traffic right there on the 605, bro.
Well, you gonna give us a read of this upcoming event next Friday?
Well, man, you know, we got 6 gourmet chefs, 2 mini bites each. Man, it's gonna be cracking. We got live performers. I'm not even gonna drop who's coming. We got lots of people gonna come through. It's gonna be in Bel Air. I got a lot of sponsors. Happy J's. I gotta go through the list. Let me pull out my cell phone real quick. Why don't you save me, Jen? Why I go do that?
We stand lit in here. So, next up, Rochelle, Stone Cold Sweets.
Hi.
Welcome to the Farm to Table Cannabis show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
This is your first time on. A guest brought to us via Stoned Layla. Thanks.
Wonderful.
So,
love her.
Again, we just can't get enough of these treats. This cannabis industry, it just never ceases to amaze us. So, when we both invited you today, we had no fucking idea that you guys both did very similar style treats.
I know.
Now,
coincidence.
I mean, it's cool. You guys have been very cordial. Are you guys hiding it? Do you guys like lightweight want to be like, dude, your recipe must be garbage?
No, I want to talk to him afterwards. I want to.
Well, conduct your interview. Your next question is yours.
So anyhow, no, I was really thrilled that he gave me the sucker, and I've always thought about doing hash suckers. So
yeah, this
thank
baby
you.
is strong. I'm excited to try it.
The problem with that hash is people see it in there.
Exactly, and they don't like seeing it. You're right.
I don't. I don't like.
So it's two chefs. It's two chefs like cooking, and you're trying to not let the flavor show through in your food, but you're still trying to get people high. What are some of the techniques you use to get rid of the flavor but keep the heat? Okay. How about you?
And also flavors that go well with it, that pair well with it, or not necessarily hide it, just really pair well with it.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the better ways to say that too, because chocolate's
Exactly.
been something that's been super complementary to cannabis forever.
Right.
Coffee complements cannabis very well too, but whenever you're making butters, and that's a call that we constantly get, is people calling asking, hey, how do I get the flavor out of my butter?
Right. You don't get the flavor out. You don't get the flavor out. You don't get the color out. If you take those two things out, what do you have? Your flavor and your color are your terps, different things in there. Your plant material, you want full plant material. So it's okay to have some color and a lot of flavor, actually. But again, there's ways to work with it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's so many ways to work with it to make it taste good, that you don't feel like you're chewing on dirt, or like we were talking about earlier, spraying. You don't get that chemical taste from spraying when you're actually baking with butters and oils and not spraying.
So let's jump right into it. We've got 3 flavors here. We've got a chocolate chip cookie. We've got a Fruity Pebble cereal killer, and we've got a chocolate cereal killer. I'm loving the name, cereal killer. I mean,
I chose that because I'm crazy. So
yeah, we're all Dextered and psychoed out.
Thank you.
Do you like Eric Clapton? I mean, what is it? Do you like Phil Collins?
Of course.
You guys remember
Of
that
course.
scene
I'm
from Psycho?
feeling it in the
Oh,
air
fuck.
tonight. Of course.
All right. So, what made you go with the ever so popular Rice Krispie treat?
You know, it was kind of one of the first things I played with because it was so easy. So it was just fun to play with it, and Layla, there you go. I get so distracted. I know, but no, oh, thank you. And yeah. It just it's one of those fun things to play with, and it was really kind of the first thing we played with. So. You don't get rid of those basic things that you learn with.
All right. Now, the chocolate chip. Now, are you making this chocolate chip cookie yourself?
By hand.
All right. So that's the shit that blows me away because there's artisanal packaging, and this is what separates you two because it's different. It's different people want different things. So some people want an industrial cut, perfectly shaped cookie that looks like it could possibly even
Ours are
be
not.
packaged, you know?
Ours are not.
Now, these ones right here are a little bit more rough around the edges, which makes you think it's handmade. These ones right here are so perfectly cut.
They're cut by hand.
Yeah.
They're cut by hand.
See, and that goes into
They
your
are cut by hand. Believe it or not, no
quality
machines
ship.
here.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, because we already asked everyone, please, no more spraying your edibles. Everyone, make your own.
I agree.
Make your own products.
I agree.
So let's get the phone line. We got a caller. See what's brewing over here. All right. So who you calling? Where are you calling from, and who are you?
Hi, my name is Jolene. I'm calling from Los Angeles area.
Hi, Jolene.
Jolene.
Or you can call me Green Beans.
Yes.
Green beans. All right. So we've got answers. You got a question?
Well, I do. Will both of these people be at Kushstock this coming October? Because I want that 400 milligram sucker, and I want to see Stone Cold Sweet.
Will we see you guys at Kushstock?
Absolutely. Yes.
Mike?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there.
Oh, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Where else can we get your sucker? Yeah,
But
where else can we get those suckers?
You can get those suckers. You can DM me anytime.
At Martha's Best.
Martha's Best.
All
And
right.
I will deliver to.
We will be at Kushstock, though.
Yeah, I will deliver
I'll be
to
at
her.
Kushstock.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, we'll be
I'll be there too.
Yeah, I'll probably be burning it down or something.
Come see us, Jolene. Come see us.
I just might show up. You never know.
Jolene, come see me. Maybe I'll give you this 400 milligram sucker.
Well, Jolene,
What do you think? What do you think?
That's down.
No, I got to experiment with mine here. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll give her a
give you
bunch
my
of
opinion,
suckers.
Jolene.
I'll give her a bunch of suckers, and she can. Yeah.
I will.
well,
really
in addition to
hand
the
them out.
suckers that you all
I
just
really
won,
will.
you bunch of sucker giving away motherfuckers, we're
Look
also
at
going to
that.
give you a magical butter machine from our sponsors over there at Magical Butter. Thanks for calling in, Jolene.
Wow.
We know who's going to Kushstock and who's not going to
Yes.
Kushstock. And speaking of Magical
Congrats.
Butter Machine, Rudy's going to tell you about an upcoming event next Friday that we'll all be kanking it at.
Well, Bites 2 is actually sponsored by Magical Butter. They're sending us $1,200 worth of merchandise
right.
to give away at the actual event. So I'm going to be
Nice.
giving out a whole lot of stuff at Bites 2. Go check us out on my bio. Click on the link and get some tickets. We got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of sponsors, like I mentioned, a lot of performers going on, but mainly Magical Butter will be giving us a whole lot. I'm probably getting like 4 Magical Butters I'll be giving away, and a whole bunch of other stuff, some clothes,
Right on.
some T-shirts, and a whole bunch of other things that are going to be going on. So you guys should check us out.
Come out to Bel Air on the 30th. We're going down Friday Bites.
That's
You get
right.
hooked up. Chef
That's
Jay
right.
will be in the building. Chef Layla will be in the building.
Epic
Chef Jen, look at her
dessert
over there all
table.
high and shit. She's going to be in the building.
Even Martha's Best. might
Martha's Best
show
is
up
going to
there.
come through and hang out at Devin's table for
That's-
sure.
That's what's up.
All right. So check it out, Friday Bites. getting hooked up. So back to Miss Sweets. I'm going to call you Miss Sweets for now on.
Sweets. Everybody actually calls me the edible lady. It's
The
kind
edible
of weird.
lady?
Yes, kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
I've gotten the name of the edible lady.
I guess that's better than Crazy Cat Lady.
It is, but that's my sister's name.
Oh,
she's
Crazy
not
Cat
watching.
Lady.
She's not watching. But
So,
no, she is really.
We're here staying lifted on Farm to Table Cannabis. We're putting Rochelle from Stone Cold Sweets through the gauntlet. She doesn't spray her product.
Nope.
She makes it herself. The edges are perfectly cut like some crazy European pyramid that was never discovered, not made by man hands.
That's very nice.
So how the fuck do you get these perfect symmetrical lines on
Do
these
you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking truth here? I know we're not supposed to give up secrets, but
Yeah,
are we talking the
please.
truth?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Word.
My husband cuts every single crispy for me.
Damn.
I know, I love him.
Yeah, she even tried.
I love him. I wish he was watching, but he's driving right now. But he literally cuts every, yes.
He's so sweet and dedicated. I even wanted to help out so he could just go
Rest.
to sleep and rest. And he
And
was
he
like,
wouldn't
no.
let her.
He was like, I'll cut the Crispies.
Because he knows, yes, thank you. He knows he does such a good job. He doesn't want anybody else to do it. So
Honestly, I'd be kind of scared. I don't
he's
even
the
like
crispy
cutting
cutter.
the first slice of pie on Thanksgiving. I'm like, nah, I'm setting the stone right here. After this, every piece will be cut off of my piece.
Right.
So no, I'll leave the cutting to them.
That's honestly how we get them that straight. If I were to do them, I would bring them in and they would look like some weird spaceship or prism shape. I don't know.
All right. So now in sweets, you guys are both into sweets, but Rochelle, do you do anything that's like savory?
We're still pretty much in the sweets department.
You do custom events?
We do.
And where can they get you custom recipes from?
Well, I don't give out any custom recipes.
Oh, I almost had her. You see that?
I know, right? But if anybody wanted a custom order, they could reach out to us on Instagram at Stone Cold Sweets. We also have a new website now at stonecoldsweets.com. How else? Or email.
You guys don't have a bat signal?
No, we don't. I wish.
Work on that.
I wish we
media
did.
marketing.
I wish we did.
All right. So you can get a hold of them. You guys do most of your business through the Instagram. You guys are just a bunch of fucking outlaws, huh?
You know what? Instagram is free marketing. I hate it personally. I hate social media. I'm sitting with the camera in front of me right now on Stone Cold Sweets. I hate it. This is probably the first time that anybody who hasn't seen our account before has ever seen my face.
Huh.
I'm not
You
into
hear that, followers?
I'm not into here.
Fuck you.
No. I mean, I'm different.
You're old school.
I'm old school. I don't understand social media. My kids make fun of me because I don't understand it.
Your kids make fun of you, but you make edibles for a living. Who's
right?
What if your mom was that cool?
Right, exactly. One of them may be watching right now. You should keep saying that because everybody tells them that your mom's actually really cool. But no, I don't love social media, but it is a great place to meet people. I mean, I just don't know what we would do without it. So
That's how you guys have been marketing. And what's for the future, you guys? What happens when the 2019 when they shut down medical and all that shit?
Oh, that's
you guys
gonna be
well, I'm just
crazy.
you first, Rich. Are you thinking about going legit?
I think about it every day. I think
Recreational,
about it every
I should
day.
say.
Well, I think about going 100%, legit every day. But unfortunately,
what are the challenges people face trying to do that in your
the
position?
challenges are the licensing and the cost of the licensing. They've made it so incredibly well. I think Mike could probably agree. The edible industry was hit the hardest with the rules and regulations and the cost of.
I don't know. The hydro industry took a pretty hard hit.
Okay, I apologize because I don't.
I'm just fucking being a.
I wouldn't know. It could be true.
But let me ask both you guys something. Having the same products out and knowing what's coming, what's going to separate you guys from these big corporations that are going to come out with the packaging and the perfectly cut fucking squares and the cookies that look so goddamn perfect
I
that
know,
it looked
right?
like an elf made it? I'm pretty sure she's a Keebler elf. Don't tell anybody.
That's our Keebler elf.
But
Stone Layla.
what are you guys going to
She's our
do
Keebler.
in the future to separate you guys from
I've got my answer.
the Me Too's?
I have my answer.
You're not giving it to me. Again, she
our
doesn't.
taste.
Oh, taste.
Our
there
taste.
we go.
No offense. I haven't
Yes,
tasted his.
yeah.
But when you're pretty confident about what your stuff tastes like, and I'm sure he does too, when you're confident about that, that's what's going to keep you around. That's what's going to leave you, the longevity of your company is going to be about quality, taste, and also knowing the people that are using your products, buying your products. So
All right,
absolutely,
good answer.
knowing your
Mike,
audience.
Mike, what's going to separate you from the rest of the people marketing and just doing the same thing?
There is no competition.
Ooh.
Because you got your own clients.
I'm blessed. Like, I told you earlier about the lady that had cancer, and they gave her all kinds of pills, and she had muscle seizures, and she took 2 of these honeycombs and took them off the bar, and they can actually go on a vacation now. They've been married.
So
they've been married 30 years, right? She couldn't go. Like, she was getting ready to go to a mental hospital. And finally, she found my honeycombs as a treat. Like, took them, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
So you guys get a lot of joy out of that, and, as you should, for sure.
I agree with them on that, though. It's the joy of getting the medicine out there, regardless of what it tastes like.
Yeah.
The joy of getting that out there, that is definitely part of, the reasons why we'll be around.
Good
Definitely.
answer, guys. So we're gonna take these 2 calls real quick, and we're gonna go to this cooking
Awesome.
demo.
Awesome.
DFZ Radio, Farm to Table Cannabis. Who am I speaking to? DFZ Radio. We lost him. DFZ Radio. Who we speaking with?
Hi, this is Jolene.
Jolene, you're back.
Hold on.
What?
I was told to hold on, and no one ever came back.
Oh, Jolene, I'm sorry. We can't give you another butter machine. But if you send your address to us, we'll make sure Chef Rudy comes over and cooks you a meal, and we'll also bring you a butter machine. Okay, I was lying about one of those things, but shoot us your address. Shoot us your address so that we can get that sent out to you. You follow me already, so send it to me. Do you want to get another question in while you're taking up airtime? No joke, I'm just playing around.
It wasn't my fault.
I'm joking. Come on. All right. Thank you so much for listening to Farm to Table Cannabis, Jolene. We're going to get this other caller who's been waiting patiently. Don't hold.
Okay.
DFZ Radio, how long you been hanging out?
Hey, what up? It's that motherfucking Jay.
Oh, it's this guy. Watch out, everyone. Hide your weed, hide your dabs, hide your edibles. Bad motherfucking Jay is on the phone. He probably outside.
What up? Yeah.
What's good, Jay? Did you get your machine yet?
I'm gonna grab it from you.
All right, so this one's not on me. It's on you then, right?
Yes, on me.
All right, because those magical butter guys are on point with their shipping, always.
I know, they hooked it up.
What's up? You
Shout
got a
out to
question?
DFZ Radio. No, I just called into this Wednesday, baby. We normally do it on Tuesday, but it's Wednesday.
Are you gonna attend the Friday night event for Friday Night Bites on the 30th?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be attending that event and also that event
28th.
coming up this weekend.
Oh yeah.